All right. Get my music. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Where's my music today? Hello. Good morning. Good Monday morning. I don't want to update. I just want you to play. Okay, thank you. This morning, all you're going to need is a pair of dumbbells, if you have them, and a mat. If you have an exercise ball, that'll be great for the ab work we're going to do. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. And we will get started in just a minute. Come on. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. Okay. So if you have all of your equipment, go ahead and just start walking in place. If you need a minute, what's going on here? Good morning. Hi, Elaine. Did you have a good weekend? I got some gardening done. It was supposed to be rainy, so I didn't really plan on being outside much. But I ended up planting some more flowers in my front bed. I got some flowers put around back. See, I put a hanging basket on the shepherd's hook with the squirrel feeder, or with the bird feeder, and the squirrels are now using that as a launching pad. So my son put cooking oil on the post of the shepherd's hook, and now he's anxiously awaiting to see if anything's going to slide down like in the silly videos, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and walk in place for a minute. Get your blood flowing, get your body moving. Ready, get your arms swinging. Some right arm circles. Left. Double backwards. Double forwards. Now 20 jumping jacks. If a jumping jack just is not in it for you, just go ahead and do some side step outs. But big arms, get it going. Whatever works for you. After 20, I want you to squat down and with your hands grab the tops of your shoes. Nice squat. Holding on to your shoes, just stand up and get a nice hamstring stretch. Do that a couple times. Open your hips up. Let's do 2 more. Hips are always so tight. Okay, I want you to step forward with your right foot into a nice runner's lunge. Get a nice stretch of your back leg. Plant your hand on the inside of your foot and twist to open. And out of that, step back to plank and bring your other foot forward. I'm going to plant my right hand on the inside of my left foot And I'm going to twist open. Whew. That's one of those burns so good. All right, let's check in with our core. I'm going to grab a mat. Down on the ground. Those hip bridges we've been working on. Checking in with your back. Make sure you cannot put your hand underneath your lower back. I want it sucked all the way to the ground. Trying to pretend like you're sucking your belly button to your spine. I can't put my hand under here. My pelvis is rolled forward. My core is tight. I can push right next to my hip bones. Feel tight muscles. And keeping that motion and squeezing my glutes, I'm going to lift my hips as high as I can off the ground. You should feel it in your hamstrings also. Checking in. Roll back down and tap. And up again. We're going to do 10 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you're tight and you're rolling down flat. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it at the top. Squeeze your core. Now roll down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And arch it out. Good. From here, we're going to come into a reverse tabletop. So we're on our back with our hands and our feet up in the air. We're going to do what's called a dead bug. So your right hand is going to go back at the same time as your left leg is going to extend out. So it's going to look like this. But making sure you keep the tightness in your core. It's a controlled motion. Down, up, opposite side. Left hand, right leg. Back to the tabletop. We're going to do 5 on each side. Each time, make sure you check in with your core. It should be sucked in, back flat. I don't want an arch. Okay? If you can't go all the way down and back up, go as far as you can. All right, I'm going to start with my right hand and left leg, 5 on each side. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, last one. Check your hips. Good. Hold it here for a second. Core. Feel a nice burn in your psoas, your hip flexors. Good. Relax. Now roll over to tabletop on your knees and your hands. And we're going to kind of do the same thing, but from this direction. It's called a bird dog. Okay, you're in a nice tabletop. Shoulders are stacked over your hands. Belly sucked in. No sagging, no arching. Okay, core is tight. Knees are about hip distance apart. And I'm going to lift my left hand out in front of me as I'm extending my right leg. So it's going to look like this. And at the top, I'm going to squeeze my cheeks so I get a little pulse in my lower back. This is great for your core, your glutes, your hamstrings, and balance. Okay, it's important to turn your balance on also. So 5 on each side, starting with my left hand and my right leg. 1. Check your core. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Round it out. Cat-cow. Look up. Great. Now let's come to standing. I'm ready to get going. First portion is going to be our strength portion. Today is going to be a lot of quads, glutes, and hamstrings. All right? We're going to do some strength, and then we're going to do some conditioning, and then you'll be done. So, if you want to get started with dumbbells, go ahead and grab a light pair. If not, I'm going to do the first set body weight. So we're going to do 3 sets of good mornings. A good morning is basically that hip hinge I harped on, and you're going to stretch your hamstrings, your glutes, your erectors, and tighten your core. So it's going to look like this without body weight. Hips, remember your hips lead the movement from the bottom and the top. So hips first, hips, hips, hips. I get a nice tension stretch in my hamstrings. My core is tight, my chest is up. And then same thing, I'm going to lead with my hips and push my hips forward, and that'll drive my chest up. Core is tight, hips, 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 hips. Top, squeeze your cheeks. We're going to do 5 of those. If you are starting with dumbbells, hold them at one end and hang them over the back of your shoulder. We're going to do 3 sets of 5, and this is a building strength work. So if you want to start with body weight and then go up, that is highly encouraged, okay? I'm going to start with body weight just so you can follow along if you're not familiar. Remember, your hips drive the motion. If this is all you've got, that's okay. All right, hands up. Hips, 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 hips. Squeeze your core. Stand it up. 1. 2. Notice I'm going slow, okay? I don't want to rush it. I want to feel the whole movement. 3. 4. 5. Good. For this set, I'm going to grab my dumbbells. Actually, I'm going to start with my 10s so I can work up. If you have the ability to do these with a barbell, it's a great strength exercise that you can build upon very easily. So I'm going to do my second set with dumbbells. Ready? Hips, 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 hips. Pause. 1. 2. Make sure you're not locking your knees out. There should be a slight bend in your knees. 3. 4. 5. Good. How does this feel? Good? All right. One more set. Here's my water. I'm going to go up in weight. I'm holding them from one side of the dumbbell, so they're hanging down my back. Got elbows wide like this. Okay? Go, last set. 5. Hips, 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 hips. Hamstrings, glutes, core. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. is going to be a 6-minute EMOM. So every minute on the minute, we're going to do 5 split squats on the left. I'll turn this way. So my left foot is forward, my right foot is back. I have a nice wide stance so that when I drop down, my knee does not track over my toe. I want a nice 90-degree angle in my front leg, okay? If you're too narrow, your knee's gonna track over your toe. I want you to be able to look out over your knee and be able to see your toes. It's a good check-in with yourself, okay? So when the minute, at the top of the minute, we're gonna do 5 on this side, 5 on this side, and then 5 dumbbell up downs. So taking a pair of dumbbells in your hand, drop down to the ground, hop back to plank, up, keeping the dumbbells on the outsides of your leg, and stand up. That's 1. If hopping back is not an option for you, step out, step in, stand up. Of course, if you don't have dumbbells, you can do these as body weights, basically a half burpee. Okay, I will call it out for you. 5 on the left, 5 on the right, 5 dumbbell up downs. 6 minutes of work. The faster you work, the longer break you get. Okay? Let me grab some water in the timer. Good to do. Not now. Every minute. 6 minutes. Okay. If you want weight for the split squats, please do so. It's just going to look like this. Dumbbells. Okay? Or 1 dumbbell and a front rack. Totally up to you. Start. Oof. 10 seconds. 5 on the left, 5 on the right, 5 up downs. Here we go. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left. Round 1. Ready for round 2? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you're in a nice wide stance. Squeeze your cheeks. Your core, your chest stays up. Whew. 2, 3, 4, 5. Left in this round. Whew. Round 3, I'm going to hold it in the front rack just so you have an idea of what that looks like. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that push-up in there at the bottom of that up down. I did a lot of shoulder work yesterday. I'm not feeling it. Woo. Round 4. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Is your core tight? Is your chest up? Wrong way. Other way. Whoops. 4, 5. Ooh, that burns. As you jump back, make sure your core is tight. You don't want to sag. Beautiful. You can do it. 2, 1. Round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! 5. Up, down. 15 seconds. Ready? Got your last round. 2, 1, go. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Other side. Is your chest up? Is your core tight? 4, 5, up, downs. My legs are on fire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, get some water. Catch your breath. We're going to move on to the conditioning portion. I'm going to use my ball because I have one, and I think it's easier for you to see me. If you don't have one, that's fine. We're going to do 3 rounds, 21 reps, 15 reps, 9 reps, 21 thrusters, remember, which is the squat and press with weight if you have it, and 21 sit-ups. Now the reason why I'm using the ball is because I like the extra stability it forces me to use. I roll forward a little bit, so I have to use my quads and my hamstrings to hold the ball still. And I'm able to open all the way up. Sometimes, if you need to, you can put your feet against the wall. But I want you to open all the way up, because that also recruits your back and your core. Now this is if you're using the ball, okay? If not, just do regular sit-ups on the ground. You can do traditional sit-ups, butterfly sit-ups, L-sits, whatever you want, okay? 21, 15, 9. Oh yeah, in between each round, we're gonna do 30-second wall sit. So find yourself a place against something stable. And if you can, do a 30-second wall sit. If not, I challenge you to do a max effort static squat. Let's see what you got. Let me get my timer. Come on, this is my son's iPad. 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. Whew. All right, that's ready. Now I'm going to start with 12s just because it's a nice medium ground for what I have available. If you only have one really heavy dumbbell, hold it like this in your front rack, okay? I'm resting on the heel of my hands, my elbows are tucked in and my pecs are tight, so it's gonna look like this. If you have two, it's gonna look like this. And if you have none, just hold your hands up, okay? Here we go, 21 thrusters, 21 sit-ups, 30-second wall sit. You ready? Here we go. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 sit-ups. If I'm moving faster than you, that's okay. You know that I'll stop and talk eventually, and you can catch up. Just do what you can. Just promise me that you're not going to walk away, all right? Do my 21 sit-ups. If you're done, and I'm still running my mouth, go ahead, catch your breath. We'll do the wall sit together. Okay? 1, 3, 10. How we doing? 14, 15, 19, 20, 21. I don't know if you can see, but I have my feet pressed up against the braces of the garage door so I don't roll away. All right, 30 seconds. We ready? If you need an added challenge, grab a weight. Come on. All right, 30 seconds. Here we go. Down low. So glad to be back. I had to miss last week. 10 days ago or so, maybe 12 days ago, I was in my yard, bent over, picking weeds, and my 80-pound German Shepherd puppy, yes, puppy, with no spatial awareness, ran into me, skull on skull, because he was chasing our other dog. Oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. We're done. It hurts so bad. I couldn't open my mouth. Half my face was swollen. Anytime I bent over, I got a pulsing headache. It was terrible. Total fluke accident, but it hurt so bad. So Miss Jill took over for me, and I know you got your butt kicked. She always does a good workout. All right, 15 and 15. Here we go. 3. Now watch your squat. Where's your butt? I want you to lead with your heels. Lead with your butt so that you sit back on your heels. You should be able to lift your toes. was trying to eat a sandwich and I couldn't open my mouth for to get, it was one of those nice big sandwiches from the deli section at Lowe's Foods, you know, and that really good multi-grain bread packed with all the turkey. It was too big. It hurt my mouth. It hurt my skull. It was pitiful. 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Well, sit. Here we go. You hold your hands up. My core's tight, my back's against the wall. We're halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. All right, 9 thrusters, 9 sit-ups. I'm gonna take one heavy one this time. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I did get checked by a doctor. One of my best friends is a physician. She was able to help me figure out if I actually needed to be seen physically or not. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. One last wall sit. I'm gonna hold this. A little extra challenge in the front rack. Can you see me? My core's tight. My back's up against the wall. My legs are starting to shake. Woo! You're almost done. 10 seconds. Don't quit. Let it shake it out. And done. Beautiful. How do you feel? Get some water. No! I just spilled. Step back out. Walk into place. Some deep breaths. I hope you got good sweat. Hope your legs feel shaky and jello-y. When you're done here, make sure you refuel your body. Okay, get a nice breakfast or brunch or post-workout snack. Okay? Don't let all this work you've done go to waste. All right? You need to refuel your body. Give it some good stuff to sustain you for the rest of the day. All right, deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Hold on to your calves. Pulse your elbows out, open up that back. Try to kiss your knees. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Deep breath. Hold over one more time. Try to put your hands behind your heels. See what you got. Roll up slowly. Deep breath. thanks for working out with me. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you have a great week. And I really, truly hope we get to see all of you soon.